Well, we were hoping that we'd have them coming off a win yesterday, but still, fourth place in the Eastern Conference is not too bad right now. And we have Mike Knuble of the Philadelphia Flyers, and we welcome you to the morning wake up here on 98.7 The Coast. How you doing?
I'm great. How you guys doing this morning?
Pretty good. Dennis Brown here, and Mike. Now, certainly, last night was a little bit tough. I know that your team's been battling the flu a little bit. Some members of the team might have a little bit of an effect, but overall, still fourth place in the conference at this time of the season. It puts you in a good position and striking distance, for the second half of the season, right?
Yeah, I think you can't get too wrapped up in the game last night. We lost the game, and you look at the standings. Maybe it's a game we should have won. But I think, looking at the big picture here, the whole context of the season, and like you said, the games remaining the last part of this year, we're in a great spot. Being fourth in the conference right now is a great spot to be in, and we have to be excited about our chances coming down the line.
Now, how has the flu bug been affecting this team? I know the coach has been talking about John Stevens a little bit. Some different guys have been getting it. How bad has it been in the locker room?
Well, it's just been something that hasn't been like a 24-hour thing. It seems like, most people get sick and it just knocks you out for a day, but it's been going through our team and knocking guys out for 4 or 5 days, and where they can't really leave their house. They just don't feel up to it. So, besides juggling the lines and that, and there's still probably other guys playing through it a bit. Guys aren't feeling that great who are getting part of that flu that have played through stuff. So, I guess every team goes through it. Nobody in the NHL is going to feel sorry for the Philadelphia Flyers because they're sick. So, but it's been, it's a challenge, and other guys get a chance to play more. A guy like Mike Richards doesn't play; he plays 20 minutes a night, and it's a chance for other guys to have his ice time and get something done. And we've been able to still win a few games here.
I was going to say, do you find, having to put other players in, maybe you come up with like different strategies and things maybe that you wouldn't notice otherwise if everyone was healthy?
Yeah, I mean, it hurts the continuity of your lineup. I think guys get used to playing with certain guys, and Johnny, for his most part, keeps the lines pretty consistent, and same guys kind of play together. And so, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of shuffling, a little bit of adjusting going on when somebody you typically are playing with isn't there anymore. But, hey, it's still just a hockey game. You got to play the game of hockey, and it doesn't matter who you're playing with, really.
It's the morning wake up on 98.7 The Coast. Mike Knuble joining us, Dennis Brown with Mark Hunter. You just heard a second ago. Jackie's hanging out in the studio as well with us. Now, you have a tough weekend coming up here. You're playing home against the Islanders, then you go up the road to face the Rangers on the road. So a couple back-to-back with some tough teams. And right now, you actually are tied with the Rangers for fourth place in that Eastern Conference. So talk about the next couple games this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about that Ranger team. We played them opening night. And I think they beat us pretty good opening night, and we haven't seen them since. So we still have 5 games with the Rangers, 3 times up in Manhattan. So, you talk about the course of your destiny here in the division that's right in your hands because you do play those teams so much, and we still play New Jersey, I think, 2 times, and still play the Islanders a bunch. And, we play the Islanders Saturday first, and, that's a must-win game. And, like every game is just going to be extremely important. That's one, you look at like the Ottawa game, you look at the standings, you figure it's a game that you should win, but the trick is not to look past that game and be worried about the Rangers the next night. You have to take care of Saturday before you can move on to Sunday.
Now, Danny Briere has been missing from this team for quite a many games this year, and it's been tough on him because every time it seems like he's ready to come back, the injury puts him back a little bit farther. Certainly, he's a big part of your team. How tough has it been to be without him for a majority of the season?
No, we've been able to get along pretty well, and I think we're all pretty excited because I think, regarding his injuries, he sees a light at the end of the tunnel here that he's getting close to getting ready to come back. And he has been skating more with the players and skating more with the team. And I think it's, from this point on, it's pretty much up to him, as he feels sore and as he gets on and can recover day to day, then that's going to determine what, when he gets back. So I think it will be, obviously it's going to be a great boost to us, and we're going to have 3 unbelievably good centers, when Danny comes back. You have Danny, Mike Richards, and Jeff Carter. And I don't think there's a team in the league with that kind of strength up the middle, and so I think our team will be very interesting when Danny gets back healthy.
Mike Knuble joining us on the Morning Wake Up 98.7 The Coast. You just mentioned Jeff Carter was having just a tremendous season this year, 58 points, 34 goals this season. Really been a leader and somebody you can count on. Talk about his play this year because he's really come on as one of the best players on the team.
Yeah, you can see it in Jeff. I mean, obviously for the fans, it's very noticeable on the ice the way he's playing and the way he's scoring and stuff. But you can see he's one of those types of guys that is as he goes and as he matures and feels comfortable about his play on the ice, his leadership comes out in the locker room, and he's been a much more vocal guy, and guys are really looking at him as being one of the new leaders coming up. And I think management knew it was in him. It's just a question of him getting his confidence in that. So he plays in every situation, and he was very deserving of his All-Star bid this year, and he's been one of our most consistent players all year.
And final question for you, Mike. I know the last season, it was tough towards the end of the season. Not sure if you guys were going to make the playoffs. You did, had a great run in the playoffs, and now you guys are playing strong this season, getting ready for that stretch run. What did you think the team took from last year and learned about that stretch run in the playoffs, where you guys showed that you obviously had a lot of fight, a lot of heart in you guys, and to translate that into this season and hopefully, bigger, better things possibly, going to the Stanley Cup?
Well, the biggest thing we learned this year was this time last year we lost 10 games straight, I think. So that's something we didn't want to repeat again, and we've been able to avoid doing that. It made the playoff run very little more hectic, a little more nerve-wracking than it had to be, Made it pretty close down the line, and it was pretty exciting. And I think it showed, when we had to and we got into the playoffs, we had another gear as a team, and I think that's a good thing. I think, you don't want to show everything. I mean, you play 80 games throughout the season. You're going to have nights on and nights off, but during the playoffs, you got to be on every night. And as a group, I think the coaching staff likes to see that our team has another gear and that you haven't maxed out during the year and shown everything and shown that's as good as you are. And I think as a group, we learned, that we do have another gear, that we can do well in playoffs and be very successful. So I think we're all looking forward to getting back to that. And I think, we're setting ourselves up to get back. The first goal is you got to get back to the playoffs. But when you get in there, I think we're proven. I think we all know we can take another step and do some damage in the playoffs.
Well, Mike, we thank you for giving us some time today. Great job out of you. You've done a great job this season with 34 points. And fourth in the Eastern Conference are the Flyers, and we hope to see you back in the playoffs this year because there are tons and tons of Flyer fans and faithful down here, and they were all jammed in the bars last playoffs. I remember cheering you guys on to trying to get to the Stanley Cup, and hopefully you get there this year.
Yeah, no, we look forward to another good run, too, and keep those bars full down there.
Okay, thanks a lot, buddy. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.